Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash, Barakathum, to the Akim that's laboring and doing his work in truth and sincerity. I want to get into a topic, okay? This is from RT News, all right? This is a quote from investor Peter Schiff, all right, concerning the economy, all right? And it reads, coming financial crisis will be much worse than Great Depression. Okay, now I want to get into this story and what he means by that. Okay, he's a this is Peter Schiff is a world-renowned investor in people in the financial world. You know, they value what he says as an investor. You know, but getting to the story, it says the Great Depression will pale in comparison to the next financial crisis, which could be soon incoming, according to investor Peter Schiff, famous for his doomsday predictions. The bad news is that we are going to live through another Great Depression, and it's going to be very different. And this will be in many ways much more worse than what people had to endure during the Great Depression, right? This is going to be a dollar crisis, right? So we understand, all right, through the scriptures, okay, that this is going to usher in the mark of the beast, you know, because the dollar is going to crash, okay? So this is basically what he's predicting, all right? We'll finish reading on. According to Schiff, the U.S. Federal Reserve is propping up the markets to urge people to spend more. But in fact, the wealth created a bubble. And that's true. It's because now you created a bubble in all kinds of financial spending as far as the U.S. citizens are concerned. You know, one bubble right now is the used car bubble, and new and used car bubble. Okay, you know, here it is in 2018. You have a lot of people out there that are buying cars. Why? It's because it's being much more easier these days to obtain a car loan, and a lot of these people that are out here with these cars cannot really afford it. You know, this is similar to what the housing bubble happened in 2008 with the collapse in 2008. Okay, so you have people that are spending more money that they actually don't have. Okay, so this is going to create a bubble, so to speak. So now when these markets start to downshift, which will happen, okay, it's going to happen at an accelerated rate, okay. But there's a lot of other things that are playing into this too. You have China is releasing their petrodollar, their version of the petrodollar, which other countries will gravitate to. It's because why? It's because they're getting tired of the United States with their U.S. petrodollar and having to be in subjection to the United States. Okay, so this will actually hurt the dollar in the long run. Okay, and now you have the Trump trade wars that are going on between Trump and China. Okay, Trump wants to put $100 million tariffs on Chinese products coming into the United States. Okay, so this will in fact create a trade war between China and the United States because China has every intention of retaliating and not backing down. You know, so this is according. This is the prophecy that's coming. You know, is that all hell's gonna break out. That's what's gonna happen. You know, let me just finish reading the story, and I want to get to the scriptures. Right? It says it's actually doing damage. If you create a bunch of phony wealth and people end up spending money that they otherwise would not have would have saved, you are undermining economic growth, he said. Right? In January, Schiff predicted the economy is going to blow up like a bomb because the Federal Reserve policy, but President Trump will be to blame. Yeah, and this guy is going to be the fall guy for this whole thing. You know? All right, I'm not going to really read the rest of it though, but basically, he is the man that's going to usher in this chip. Okay? All right, and these elites are basically creating the crash, okay, on purpose. Okay, It's because they're making very, very arrogant and kamikaze type business moves. Okay, Trump is running this country, okay, like a real business. It's because he knows that there is a unequal leverage in trades with other countries. But this is why how the United States had to play throughout the years. This is how the United States became prosperous. It's because they had to make deals, even though the deals didn't profit them, benefit them on the long run, though. But the fact is that they made these deals with these other nations just to have control of to have them in their pocket, so to speak. You know, all right. But this is going to be he's going to be the fall guy for this whole thing. Okay, you see, and that cryptocurrency which is out, that's also a bubble. Okay, all right. Like I said, you're only looking at numbers on the screen. You know, there's nothing that's really tangible with this whole thing. You know, at the end of the day, you know, all you're doing is looking at numbers on the screen. That's it. That can be easily wiped away. You know, okay. You know, you have a lot of people here, these working citizens here that take a lot of pride in their 401k. Okay, and all it is just numbers on the screen. There's nothing tangible about that they have. You see, all right. But another thing too is what's damaging is that it's these tax cuts. Okay, all right, that Trump gave to these businesses. Now you have a lot of these executives that are giving themselves cushy bonuses. Okay, all right, and then within those bonuses, they're taking and they're buying back the stock, buying up the stock of the company. Okay, so it's keeping it propped up on a false pretense. You know, all right. Let me get some scriptures going. All right. This is Psalms chapter 73. Verse 7. 73 verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. You know, and we're talking about these elites. You know, it's because they're covering everything in the earth right now. Okay, all right. As far as the wealth, okay, that they're accumulating, and they're heaping it up to themselves. You know, right? They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. You know, because what's going on right now is that you're going to have what is called austerity. That's going to end up happening when you start to see these markets downshift, and it's going to be pressure on the middle and lower class people. You see, you know, and they don't give a damn. You know, they speak wickedly concerning oppression. Okay, they can't they don't have any pity upon the poor. Okay. They need to stand upon the backs of the poor to prop themselves up. You know, right? They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. You know, because while all of this is going on, they're also preparing themselves to fight the Lord when he comes back. Okay? This is why they have the Star Wars program, and they have these missions going out to the International Space Station. Okay? They actually have real weaponry out there thinking that they're going to take down the Most High. You know? You see? Right? And their tongue walking through the earth, man. It's because their influence, all right, walks through the earth. But the nations are starting to rise up against them. You see, and not making deals with themselves instead of making deals within the United States. Because when you do deals as far as with oil is concerned, you have to trade in dollars. But now you have the weakened nations now that are becoming superpowers, like China, okay, and they're making their own petrodollar to where they're able to have other nations trade with them. Okay, so this is the will be the imminent doom, all right, for the financial status of the United States. Okay, all right, but this has to happen. This is prophecy that's going to happen. You see, you know, right? Let me get yeah, because this time is coming, man. Because you know, it's a lot of pride walking around, and you know, nobody knows what the hell's going on. You know, and you got these Edomites that take real pride in this Trump administration, though. All right. This is James chapter 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. You know, and this is the state that you're going to be in. Okay, because miseries are going to come upon you, you rich men. Okay, right? Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Because you got everything by deceit. You everything that you're doing is in a corrupt manner. Okay, you're heaping your riches, all right, upon the backs of the poor. You know, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. And this is what you elites do, man. You Edomites, okay? You're reaping treasures for the last days, man. All of that gold and silver that you're hoarding up, okay, in these vaults, okay? It's gotten by blood, you see, all right? So you're heaping it up together for the last days, right? Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which of you have kept back by fraud, crieth. So he's talking barely about the children of Israel, okay? We're the hire of the laborers that reap down your fields, man. We help keep this place running for you people, man. And you hold us back by fraud. You see, Jake can't make it here in America, man. It's always a glass ceiling, All right, we're the oppressed, okay? Now the rich are propped up because you're on top of the backs of the poor. You see, right? And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Okay, so that's the Lord of armies. Okay, all right. He's hearing our cries. Our cries are piercing the skies, man. All right. It says that you roughly paraphrasing. It's an apocrypha where you a poor man cried to the bitterness of his soul, of being scorned. It pierced the clouds to the man that made him. Roughly paraphrasing, right? Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. You live very extravagant, man. But we see that this time is coming to an end. You see, the luxury items that you buy. All right, we're starting to see stores even on Fifth Avenue in New York City. These luxury stores on Madison Avenue. These little boutiques are starting to go out of business and close down. You see, you have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Okay, so basically your heart is being lifted up, all right, for the day of slaughter. So in other words, it's almost like you're taking an animal, and you keep feeding the animal, okay, all right, like a goat. You keep feeding the goat to nourish the goat up, to slaughter it, So that's what's coming for you, Edomites, man. You see, that's what's coming for you, Destruction, man. Your time is coming to an end, man, and you're purposely crushing the system because you think it's in your plans to exercise your enterprise, but it's gonna come to naught. Okay. All right. Let me get real quick. This is Job 20, verse 11. Right. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. And you going back into Cain. If thou doest well, should you not be accepted? But if you don't do well, sin lieth at the door. Okay. This is the man of sin right here. Esau Edom, so-called white man. You see, right? And it says, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Okay? All right? So that one verse right there is telling you your nativity, your birth, and your destruction. Okay? You see? Right? Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. And the wickedness that he's doing is creating this propping up the system to crash it. Okay, so we can really implement his RFID microchip, right? Though he spare it and forsake it not, but he keep it still within his mouth, right? Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up again, right? Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. You know, so all the riches that you're heaping to yourselves, man, you're gonna vomit it back up. Okay, you know, the tangible riches. Okay, you're gonna vomit it all back up. Okay, he shall suck the poison of apes. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. So you're not making it into the kingdom. That's what that's talking about. Okay, so you're not gonna see the rivers, the floods, and the brooks, and the honey, you know, and butter. Okay, all right. That's the world to come, which is not for you Edomites. Okay, right. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. You know, so everything that you labored for, okay, in wickedness, you're gonna restore. You know, and whatever your substance is will be the restitution. Okay, to who? The children of Israel. That's who it belongs to. The riches of the earth belong to us. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our people that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, looking like the other nations, but go back to the stock of Jacob. Okay, you know, and it says, according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. So you're not going to rejoice in that time, you know, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away a house which he builded not, you know, and this is all this iniquity that's coming up into the back into the remembrance of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know, okay, because of the violence that you have taken away a house, man, you know. Not only are you trying to destroy the economy, you know, of this place, you also are creating these wars in the earth, you know, right? Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he hath desired, you know, because everything is, you're gonna be in straits, man. You're gonna be where in that place, man, to where with all your substance, man, it's not gonna feel you're not gonna have that firm grip on it. All right, you're gonna see that these troubles are gonna come upon you, you know, right? There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods, you know, because you're not gonna have those goods. So no man's gonna have to look for it though, because you're going down, you know, right? In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that's with the time that we're coming in now, because you are entering in the fullness of your sufficiency, you know, all right? Your fullness of sufficiency of for one, okay, amassing all of the riches of the earth unto yourselves, and the fullness of your sufficiency of being that rod that Yahweh B'Shem set up, okay, all right, to come up against us, okay, the children of Israel, and to come up against the world, you know. But when you come to that sufficiency, that fullness of it, you're going to be in straits, because every hand of the wicked is going to be upon you. All these nations are building up their military to come up against you, okay, even your own allies, right? When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. It shall rain upon him while he's eating, you know, okay. Those are those missiles, okay. That's the rain that's going to come upon you while you're eating. While you figure to implement your enterprise, okay, which is that RFID microchip, okay, those missiles are going to come raining upon you, right? Because it gets into it. He, Esau Edom, right, shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. You know, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. That's those silos. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. You know, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places, and a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle, in the tabernacle of Edom. Okay, it's going to go ill with you. Okay, all right, because that glittering sword is going to come out as gall. Okay, all right, which is those silos. Okay, you see, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. You know, So you're gonna have every hand of the wicked against you. This earth is gonna rise up against you, you know, and your iniquity is gonna be shown throughout the earth. Everybody's gonna know the destruction is from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for your iniquity, man. Okay, you know, right? The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. You see? So this is your portion. It is death and destruction. Right? Your day of wrath is coming. You see? Your day of wrath is coming. You know? And this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And your heritage appointed. So this is your lot. Okay? This is your lot. Well, let's look at your lot. Alright? This is the last scripture I want to pull up. This is Malachi chapter 1 verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay? That's going to be your heritage. Okay? All right? Your heritage started out as being in desolation. Okay? Being up in the caves of the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, Georgia. Okay? And also into Mount Seir. Okay? Now Babylon shall be laid waste. Okay? And be a desolation in the wilderness. Right? Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places. Thus say Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. All right. So you Edomites, all right, it says Esau and Edom, all right, it's synonymous. Okay, all right. You are the border of wickedness. Okay, so where wickedness dwells, there you are. Okay. Right? And the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. Okay? So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has indignation against you people, man. Okay? You know? Because your thing is to build in desolate places, right? But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to throw it down. Okay? Even to this day right now, you're rebuilding up these old desolate places that were destroyed, basically, as far as these low income areas you're trying to rebuild. Okay, all right. So you're pressing on every level, and you price Jake out and have them move somewhere else after you build it up and jack up the price. Okay, all right. So all these cranes that you have out there going on throughout Babylon building, okay, it's not going to come to its fruition. Okay, all right, because that wrath is coming upon you. All right. So with that, you know, I just wanted to get a quick, you know, little lesson, you know, or really just a story, you know, concerning this statement by Peter Schiff. The coming financial crisis will be much worse than the Great Depression. Okay, so now we're coming into the time of Esdras the 15th chapter, Esdras the 16th chapter. Those times is coming in here, but ultimately it's going to lead to the destruction of Babylon. Okay, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Radash, Barakathum, to the Akim that's laboring and doing his work in truth and sincerity, and double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.